YouTube? But Great Blades here, and today I'm going to be showing off my entire knife collection. But before I do that, just wanted to say a huge shout out to Metal Complex on this past Sunday. He was having a live stream, and like he usually does once a week, and I was in there like I try to be every now and then, since I'm a big fan of his. And I had talked to him when I was making my first video, and just kind of asking him his thoughts on it, what he thought maybe I could improve on. And he was kind enough to give me some pointers and help me out a little bit, which I thought was really cool. He's a really nice and genuine guy. I've talked to him a couple times before. Always super nice. And on this past live stream that he did, I was just thanking him for his help. And he sometimes during his live streams will give shout outs to some different channels, some smaller knife channels and things like that, that are trying their best and trying to make some knife content that they enjoy. So sometimes he'll give them a shout out. And at the time I only had my 3 videos up, and usually he doesn't shout people out, but I've been a long time supporter and subscriber, and I'm there often, and we've talked, and I've sent in knives to his channel for content and things like that. So he gave me a little bit of a shout out, which I really super appreciate. So now, before that I was at I think 6 or 7 subs, and now I'm right around 200. So thank you for everyone who did subscribe, when he gave me that shout out. And I, hope you guys will stick along. I plan to make videos once a week if I can, maybe slightly more often depending on how my schedule is. I do work a regular full-time job, and my hours aren't always consistent, so I can't specifically say, I'll take Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon or something like that to record videos and post videos. But I'll try and do a video a week, and I hope you guys will stick along. So I'm going to show off my entire knife collection here, and I just have them right next to me. It's not going to be in any particular order or anything like that. I just have them next to me. I'm just going to grab them here and show them off to you. So let's start with this one. This is the Demco 80-20.5. This was the slicer grind that they released on Bleed HQ, and this one's in 20 CV. And then I've got some Original Goat scales on it. If you don't know who Original Goat is, they are a US knife brand. They make different scales out of aluminum, like this one is, and titanium as well sometimes, for a couple of the community's favorite knives. I'll leave a link down below for them. Definitely check them out. They're really cool people too as well. The next knife I have here, this is a Kershaw Decimus, which is a Hinderer design. So this was based off his Maximus mid-tech production folder that he makes. Looks almost exactly the same. Main difference, of course, being some of the materials used, the blade steel, the frame. And this one, unfortunately, is an assisted knife. It's not one of the ones you can de-assist. Some of the Kershaw knives you can de-assist. This one, unfortunately, you can't. I tried. It doesn't work. So this one I don't carry too much, but I do like the design. I don't have a Maximus yet, but I do plan to get one, especially now that they somewhat recently, six months ago maybe or so, made them tri-way, so you can use all the different what's the word I'm looking for? Pivot methods, I guess, so like washers, bearings, Teflon, etc. But I'll just show this one off. And this one's fine, but again, I'm not a big fan of assisted, so I don't really use this one that much. Next, we have the Mech Force M1. So this is by Mech Force USA. They make some pretty good knives as well. This is the only one I have of theirs now, but I've been looking at their Instagram lately, and they have a couple new collaboration knives that I think I'm going to have to get my hands on once they come out. But this is the Mech Force M1, 20 CV, or no, sorry, M390 steel on this one, and kind of a marble, their shred carbon fiber on here. One of the kind of interesting things is that there's no visible hardware, as you can see, and I'll try and get it on here if I can. It might not show up here, but right about there on the underside of the scale on the top piece, there's a little slot. The inlays are held together with adhesive, which at first I kind of thought was pretty cool. I did send this one to Metal Complex. He reviewed that one as well, and ultimately I did kind of agree with a lot of his points. It's nice, it's interesting for the aesthetic that they're going for. No visible hardware except for on the lock bar here, but you do have to peel these off, which are held together with an adhesive, not a screw, and the pivot is under here. So this one is a little off center. I gotta open it up at some point and fix that. I ideally would like to send this in and see if I can have someone figure something out where we can have like magnets under here. That way I don't have to use adhesive all the time. Have magnets installed in the frame maybe. That way I can at least make adjustments to the pivot screw when this gets off-centered. And this one is an unmarked blade actually. So this one I got from someone who worked for the company. So this had been a sort of early, or I guess late prototype. So really the only difference is that it just doesn't have some of the blade markings on the, for like the company, for Mech Force, etc. But I do like that one. It's a cool aesthetic, but ultimately a little unfortunate on the design part. Next here we have a Maxace. This is the Maxace Perseus, which I did show off a little bit smudged on there. 1 second. Maxace Perseus, which I did show off in my first video. Mokume inlay, titanium frames, zirconium, polished zirconium pivot, Magna Cut blade, a nice kind of, I believe this one's hand satin actually, and very minimal marking just right there if you can see, for like brand advertisement type, which I do appreciate. Maxace Perseus. And they do make that one in a couple of different configurations, some fat carbon and a Damascus inlay as well. Another Maxace, which I also showed on my first video. Maxace Neptune, really nice OTF, especially for the price, $108 I think it was. Really nice piece. I do love this one. This one's doing pretty well. I do appreciate it. Nice piece. Alright, next knife here, an Arcane design knife. This one is the Arcane, I always get the name of this one wrong, the Abyss, Arcane Abyss. It's my only Arcane knife. I do like some of his other designs, I just haven't gotten a hold on them. This one's also really cool. I do like this one. Okay. Next knife. Next one we got here, let's do this one. It's an Artisan Cutlery. This one, oops, just dropped it, hold on. Artisan Cutlery Andromeda. This one's a button lock. This is the titanium frame one. This one I do really like. Very slicey. Really nice polish on the blade here. And you can technically front flip this, but I'm atrocious at front flipping, so I'm not going to even try, but it is possible. I've seen it done. Nice piece from Artisan Cutlery there. Next we have a Spyderco. This is the Spyderco Tenacious in M4. This one I do really like a lot. Probably plan to replace the scales with some sort of titanium, just me personally. But M4, some Coyote Brown G10, and really nice M4. And this one's a liner lock, which is something I do like. I think Spyderco does make a pretty good liner lock when they do decide to do them. Next one, another Spyderco. This is the Spyderco Smok in M4, black coated Tycian M4 G10, Blade HQ exclusive. Oops. This one I don't take out super often, but I do really like this one. This one I'm always torn on if I want to get some new scales for it or if I just want to buy another Smok and do that, but I really did like this one. And the Smok is super fidgety, you know, multiple deployment methods here, which is super nice. Probably could use to give this a little bit of oil though, since I haven't used it in a while. Right, next knife here, got a Sharp by Design. This is the, I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation here, Derecho, I'm not sure, but this is, this I saw Brian announce the renders for last year, and I knew I had to get it as soon as I saw some of the different variations that he had. This one has a really nice purple haze fat carbon inlay, black PVD coated titanium, and then a hawkbill blade, which I am absolutely a big fan of. Really love this one. It's my first Brian Nadeau Sharp by Design piece. I really understand why people like them. Riot made. Riot does a great job. Next piece. Hold on here. Next one, we have the EMP EDC Nimble. This is the small size Nimble, not the Nimble X, just the regular one. This one has the frag scale and the Mokutai backspacer and clip. This one I really love too. Super fidgety, really nice piece, super duper slicey there on that edge, and a really solid piece. I do think I want the Nimble X when they do them again. I do have small hands, but I do think the Nimble X, which is a little bit bigger, I think this one's about a 3-inch blade or slightly under, and then the Nimble X is the 3.5-inch, and then obviously a longer handle to match. But I do really like this one. This one's super comfortable, super ergonomic. Love this one as well. Next knife here, a Brian Brown Jagger M. This is the non-flipper one. This one also has the Mokutai clip on the side there, and this one's also just a really solid piece. I love this this cleaver blade. It's honestly really done really well, I should say. Love that one. Super awesome. Super fidgety, super slicey. Definitely love that one. Next one we have here, Winter Blade Co. Factor. This, I believe, was the batch 2. Love this one. Super awesome, super interesting, very fidgety magnetic detent system. So it runs on magnets there, kind of similar to like an axis lock style, but it uses neodymium magnets here. So many different ways to deploy this thing. Love it. And that ting, hold on, let me get it here. Phenomenal. Love that sound. Brian does great stuff as well. Love his. Next here we have a Monterey Bay knife. And this is the Monterey Bay Knives Turbo, which is a Peter Carey design. Also super nice. Love this carbon fiber. The clip's pretty good too. I believe this is ZDP, I want to say, on the blade steel. Can't remember, but I do really love this one. This one has phenomenal, just stellar action. I mean, amazing, truly. Next knife we have here, I'll do this one. So this is a Sativian. I forget the exact model number. I'll look it up and put it somewhere here on the screen, but this kind of blurple ano titanium carbon fiber, and then this one has a very super high polish Damascus blade on it. This one I believe is a 9CR 10CR Damascus, which is pretty good. Not super high range, but it is very nice still for a budget knife. This I think was $70 or something like that, maybe less. I think I got it on sale. But that polish is just phenomenal, and it is very nice. Great action, and it is a liner lock as well. Guillotine. That one is great. Sativian has some pretty nice knives. I'm not a big fan of all of their stuff, but they do have some good ones. Next, I have a knife roll here. We'll just kind of pull some of the knives I have out of here. Let's see. We have the QSP Penguin. This is their budget one in what do they call it, denim or jean micarta D2. The QSP Penguin is probably one of the best budget knives you can get. I think this is $40 or $50 maybe. They have a ton of different versions too. They have some mid-range ones, some high-end ones, you know, titanium and M390 and S35, all these different blade steels as well. But it's a really solid piece, and I own a couple different Penguins that I will show off here in a second. QSP Penguin. Let's see. Next we have the Boker Kalashnikov. This was actually my first automatic knife that I ever got, so that's kind of why I've kept it. And at the time, you know, I was kind of into the tactical look, so yes, it does have the skull on it, which, you know, be what that may, but, you know, it's one of my first auto knives, so that's kind of why I kept it. And I've owned a couple of the other Kalashnikovs from Boker and some of their other autos. I do really enjoy them, but I like to keep this one just since it was one of my first. And we have another Demco 80 20.5. This one I got first. This is the OS 10A1. Also, again, with some original goat scales on it, aluminum backspacer that they also make. This one's the sheepfoot one. Really nice piece. Love that one. Next, we have the CIV Badlands Vagabond. This one is carbon fiber and also Damascus. This was one of my first CIV knives, actually, along with another that I have here somewhere. I had pre-ordered them, actually, because I was watching some different knife reviews. People liked CIV stuff. I saw these, and I was still kind of new at the time into more of the collector's piece side of knives here, enthusiast knives. So I bought this one, and I do really enjoy it, even if I don't carry it all the time. It is actually probably one of my favorite of CIV's designs, like that one. Next, we have another Spyderco. This one also featured on Metal Complex's channel a couple years ago. This is the Spyderco Iuchi. And this one, it is a compression lock, but it uses more of like a lighter kind of flipper tab or cog wheel here. That way you're not running into your finger here when you're using the compression tab. It does bite pretty hard, and we'll see if I can get this on the first try. There we go, cool. It does rip up your fingers quite a bit, I will say though. But I do like this one, kind of this Persian trailing point blade. Taichung, Taiwan. Very nice piece from Spyderco. I like some of the weirder knives that Spyderco makes, and honestly that one is pretty nice and well done. This is the Penguin Knives Apache, I believe. I want to say is the name of this one. And this one is particularly important to me. So in Metal Complex's Discord channel, one of the mods a couple years ago, he had a chronic illness, and he did unfortunately pass away. I think this was about 2 years now, and I had met him and talked to him quite a bit in MC's Discord channel. He was a really great guy, and he kind of knew, I think, near the end there that he wasn't going to be around much longer. And so, with the help of MC and Nick Shabazz, he organized a giveaway, donate to this particular charity that helped him a lot with his illness. And you donate $25 or more, and you get entered to win one of the knives from his collection, because he decided near the end that he wanted to give back to the community, and that's just the kind of guy that he was. So this was his personal knife. This is the knife that I had won from that giveaway. And so this one is a very important knife to me, very sentimental. I do carry it on occasion, but not anything super crazy. And this one is one that won't ever leave my collection, ever. This one means quite a lot to me. Next knife is the Kaiser Mad Tanto, and this one is a Damned Designs collaboration. Button lock, micarta. Oh, this one I haven't cleaned since the last time I used it. Whoopsie. Black Tanto. I believe it's 14C28N on the steel. Nope, 154. My bad. This one I enjoyed quite a bit too. I liked some of the Damned designs. Next piece I have here is my full titanium, textured titanium Hinderer Eclipse. This one is the Bowie from Southern Edges. It's got some copper hardware, and then I recently threw on the new clip and tab set that they released. When was that? Back in April, I think it was, for the eclipse that happened here in North America. And I think that one looks pretty killer now with that clip and tab set on it. And this thing is an absolute guillotine as well if you're not careful. Next knife, another Rick Hinderer, another full textured titanium. This one just a stonewash. Forgot to mention the Eclipse was battle blue, my bad. But full titanium, just stonewash. Jurassic. And this one I love quite a bit too. I think the Jurassic is underrated, honestly. I think the ergonomics are, controversial opinion, hot take here, maybe more ergonomic and comfortable than the XM18. Not that the XM18 is a bad knife, but I think for me, in my hands personally, I think the Jurassic is a bit more comfortable. Next knife here is the Benchmade, shoot, what is this called? I can't remember. I'll put the name on the screen though. And this is also an automatic from Benchmade. I think it's one of their best ones, honestly. I really do love this piece. Super nice one. All blacked out. This is a CIV. Is this the Insight or the Backlash? I can't remember. But this one I won in a giveaway from, if you're familiar with Metal Complex, someone he knows, Sierra_bound on Instagram, Scott. He does some giveaways on his Instagram as well. Definitely give him a follow. I'll link his Instagram below as well. He has an absolutely insane knife collection, like truly insane, like knife, like customs and mid-techs and just various insane knives, that he has on his page. But I won this in a giveaway on his page, and this is just the CVV with their Damascus, which this one, they don't do it super often, I don't think anymore, but this is their polished Damascus that they do. I think this one's also a 9CR, 10CR blend, since it's just a budget knife, and Scott had just kind of swapped that one with the frame here on the carbon fiber and G10 body for one of the other versions that they make. But I think this one looks really nice with the blade swapped around. Alright, that's it for the knife case. Or sorry, the knife roll. Next knife we'll do here. Got a Benchmade Osborne. This is the Auto Osborne. This one I really like quite a bit as well. Next one, also from Benchmade. This one is the regular Osborne. This one in carbon fiber, just a manual. This one's nice as well. Is this one the mini? No, this one's the full size. This one I also looked like I didn't clean it off since the last time I used it. Whoopsie. But this one also really nice. I really like the Osborne series, as you will soon tell here, but really nice piece. Next one, again, an Osborne. This one the mini Osborne, and this one is the gold class. So this is the one with the Damascus steel and the carbon fiber. Really do like this one. Don't carry it super duper often. There's a little bit of use on here if you can see some tape cutting or something, but nothing too crazy. That's a really solid piece as well, if you're okay with paying the price tag for it. Next one here, another Benchmade. This one is the 530, the Mel Pardue design. Hope I'm saying that name right. G10. G10? I think it's G10. 154 cm blade. This one's pretty cool. Nice little kind of real super duper thin there. Next Benchmade that I have here, I'm realizing I have more Benchmades than I thought that I don't even carry. This one is the, shoot, I just had the name of it, the Tengu, and this one is a Jared Oser, I forget how you say his name, design. This one's also really cool. I like this one. Frame lock, little kind of gentlemanly carry. This one doesn't have a pocket clip. It actually comes with a little leather slip pouch to put in your pocket. I do wish it had a pocket clip, but I do understand why they didn't do that. But this one I really like. The G10 I think is really nice looking. And last Benchmade here. This is the, I believe this is the mini Crooked River, which isn't so mini of a knife. It's still a pretty big knife. The full-size Crooked River is massive too, but I think this is the mini Crooked River. Next knife here. Let's see. We'll do this one. This is the CIV Praxis, the full-size Praxis. Gold liners, blue G10. Oops. 9 CR or something like that, I believe, for the blade steel. Nothing too crazy, but it's a budget knife. I actually really do like this design. I do think I'm probably going to grab the mini as well at some point. And a lot of people don't know, but there is a premium version of this that we made in collaboration with, I'm drawing a blank on the company, but there is a premium version of this with titanium scales, 20 CV I believe, and added thumb studs. I definitely really do want that one, and the clip is different. CIV, please change your clips, but I really do like this design. Next one, also a CIV. This one is the CIV Riffle Hold on. And this was the other CIV that I had pre-ordered with the Vagabond. This one is the Riffle Sandalwood, I believe, for the handle. And again, they're Damascus, but this one, I really do like the design. In some ways, kind of reminds me of like a Liang Ma design. Just some of the sort of aesthetic that it has going on here, but I really do like this one. CIV does make some really nice budget knives, and we make some really nice premium knives. Suncut as well, which is their other brand. Let's see what to do. This one I kind of showed off a little bit. This is the Boker Plus Kansei Nori. This one is in copper, so it's a heavy boy. This one also featured on the Metal Complex channel. He didn't actually end up reviewing it, but there was an unboxing of it. And if you look here, it's kind of got these two tabs, one for the flipper tab and one for the front flipper. I believe he called it a roly-poly front flipping katana knife based off the shape, because he said that he thought the flipper tabs looked like antenna on a roly-poly. This one I've been carrying a lot recently, trying to get some nice patina on it, and I do really enjoy it. I think I'm going to stick with doing the natural, just kind of hand oils, dirt, grime, and etc. to patina this rather than shipwreck it. No problem. I don't have any personal issues with shipwrecking, but I think I just kind of want to do it myself naturally over time. I know it won't get the same patina, but that's okay. And I'll show you the front flipper. The front flipper is nice. I did say before I'm really bad at front flipping, so we'll try this out though. Oops, my hand was in the way. Again, I'm not great at front flipping. That's why I don't buy front flippers. There we go. Alright. Next knife. Next one. We'll do this one. This is the Hogue Deca. This is the one in Magna Cut. This one has some purple aluminum and black backspacer, black aluminum backspacer from, again, Original Goat. And I did them in this sort of grape purple, I think probably for obvious reasons. If you know me, I'm a big fan of purple as of late, and it kind of makes sense with my name being Butt Grape Blades. But this one I really do enjoy. Hogue Deca, really good price. I got this on sale. I think it was like $110 on sale, 107 bucks, something like that, which is a phenomenal price, especially for a US made knife and Magna Cut. Next one we'll do here. Oh, this one's packed up. Hold on one second. So this is the Riot, why am I drawing a blank? EXO, and this is the original run of them, the full-size one, no pocket clip or safety switch. They did just release some where they do have them, so I'll probably pick up one of those too, just to make it a little bit easier on myself for carrying. But this one, I believe, is the LMAX variant. A lot of them have been in some other steels, but this one I believe is the LMAX one. Two-tone flat satin, and then the edge is black PVD. This one is a gravity knife. If gravity knives aren't legal in your area, I'm sorry, you can't grab those, but it is a cool knife. Next one, also a Riot. This one Another Riot. This one is the Riot XOM, or sorry, XOU, the utility knife version. And this one does have a lock on it, a little bit different than their other XO models. This one, again, purple, grape. This one is a utility knife, which is super cool. Again, I can clean this off. Guess I'm gonna have to go through and clean off some of the tape off some of these knives. But and this one's super fun too, and it locks in both positions, closed and in the open position. Super fun as well. Next knife, we'll do this one. This is a Microtech Ultratech, and this one I bought from a friend, so this wasn't my design choice on here, but this was modified by, I think, Way of Knife. But this is in Ultratech Tanto, and he had it, I think this was originally a violet one, if I can look here, I don't know. I think this was a violet one. Yeah, a violet one originally, and then he had it laser engraved, and then a sort of faux hamon, as traditional katanas would have, laser engraved on it. It's a nice piece. I think the Ultratech is probably their best one, in my opinion. But again, I have small hands, so some of their other ones, the Combat Shrodon, which is like 9 or 9.5 inches or something crazy like that, too big for me to carry, I would say. It'd be a cool knife to own, but I don't think I would get much carry time on it. But that is the Microtech Ultratech. And then another Microtech that I have here. This is the Glycon. Glycon? I think that's how you pronounce it. And this one is interesting because you can open it technically in 3 different positions. There's a switch on the side, on the top, and on the other side there. The ones on the side kind of are pretty tough, but you can do it. But the one on the top there is super easy. This thing, so easy. And this one's kind of like a bayonet style, so it is sharp on the top, like 80% here, and then this is just jimping. That one's super cool. And then, let's see, Kavisa, I'm sorry, that was the one who did the collab with Wii to make the premium Praxis. But this is not that. This is a QSP. It's a Penguin, and this one is in cross-cut Arctic Storm fat carbon. And this one originally had some kind of blurple, if you can see through here, blurple hardware, but I ordered and I wanted to black it out a little bit, so it's got blacked out hardware, thumb studs including. But this one, super great piece as well. Love this one. Kind of a light stone wash on here. S35 blade, and kind of this blurple, light blurple ano on the side here. Next one, also again a Kaviso QSP knife here. This one is in Mokatai, whole front Mokatai, purple titanium on the lock side with a Mokatai clip. and this is just the regular size Penguin. This one is just a belt satin S35 blade, and they do also have these in the mini and the plus size for the Penguin, which I do appreciate. I do want to grab one of each of those as well at some point. Next knife, getting near the end here. This is the Damned Designs Oni XL Titanium. This one is a Tanto, kind of like a compound ground, very aggressive stonewash Tanto. Frame lock with some kind of this blue-green teal sort of color Anna, which I actually do really enjoy. I think it's a nice accent. That one also has a front flipper. I think this one's not too bad, if I remember. Yeah, there we go. Alright, Damn Designs, Oni XL. Another Damn Design. This one is the Jin XL. So similar as the Oni, pretty much the same handle. It is actually the same handle. And then the difference is just the blade shape. This one is a kind of typical drop point, a little bit of a harpoon notch here for your thumb though. Also a front flipper. This one's solid as well. Nice piece. Great acoustics as well. Alright. Next knife we got here. Blade HQ exclusive ProTech. This one, maybe some of you already know. This one, oops, other way. This one is the ProTech SBR, but this one, oops, is a little bit different in that it is their Desert Warrior finish. So aluminum, some pink aluminum, and abalone inlay. Hold on. Abalone button inlay. It is an automatic, and then this one has their blue sapphire coating, which always looks really nice. I definitely want another SBR that I can actually carry. This one I don't like to do that so often just because I like keeping it pristine. I don't know. I like this one though. Automatic, really nice one from ProTech. ProTech does great stuff as well. Okay, and this one is a custom knife that I had made from a sort of smaller maker on Instagram. I found out about him through someone in MC's Discord. They had a knife made by him. They seemed to enjoy it, and his prices are pretty good for what you're getting. So I decided to talk to him and have him make me something. So this was just made by one guy in his garage here in the US. Micarta, black micarta, and some red G10 inlays. It's just steel hardware, steel pivot, which is fine. It runs on phosphor bronze bearings. This one is this one has a hole and a top/front flipper, which I won't use because again I'm bad at it, but the hole works just fine. And I had him give me one in Aegir Damasteel, and this finish on it is pretty phenomenal, and it's a compound ground Japanese style Tanto, which means it's a little bit softer on the edge here, a little more rounded versus American Tantos, which are pretty much just a straight diagonal line. And this thing is phenomenal. Love this one. Definitely want to get more from him. I'll link him down below. His name is Walter Wells. I'll link his Instagram down below as well. And then, so then the last knife here is a fixed blade. It's K-Bar and Hinderer fixed blade. I'm not a big fixed blade kind of guy, so I don't really have too many of them. And I usually don't like them or like carrying them, but this one I do actually enjoy carrying from time to time. Comes with a Kydex sheath with a quick release here, which is nice. This is called the Hellfire, I believe. Just kind of a nice small little fixed blade here, pretty comfortable, and I do like the design. And that's gonna be my entire collection. Sorry, quick little edit here. I actually forgot I had a couple more knives here, so I'm gonna grab those ones out. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Couple more here, sorry. All of the other ones here. Okay. So, sorry. Quick edit here. I'll have to do a cut or something, but a couple more knives here. I guess I won't go in a particular order. These last ones are all going to be Kershaw Launch knives. The Kershaw Launch series is probably one of my favorite series of knives. I think Kershaw does an excellent job of making automatics. I own like 80% of the ones that they've made, not the different variants, just the model. And I have a couple more that I need to pick up, but I'm going to pick those up. I also want to try the live wire. I hope that they'll do like OTFs, kind of like the Launch series. I think that would be really cool. I think there's a demand for it. But anyway, so this is the Kershaw Launch 18. I'm probably going to get the names a little mixed up. I might have to look and double check here, but this is the Launch 18. Okay. And then next we'll grab this one. This is the Kershaw Launch 4, which is one of their little guys, but like this kind of will prove my point. I have small hands. This is the Kershaw Launch 4, pretty much exactly fitting in the palm of my hand, and this is a very tiny knife. You can look up the specs. Anyways, and that's their Launch 4. Next, we have the Launch 7. This one's kind of got like this gray-green sort of anno on it. This one I think is it Gail Bradley, I want to say. I'll have to double check that, but he helped design it. This is one of their bigger ones too. And most of these are going to be in 154 cm for their blade steel. Some of the newer ones they've released, like the 16 is in M4, and then some of their newer ones from like the 17 on, I think, they're using Magna Cut. But anyway, 154 cm is a good steel. It's a nice balanced steel. I enjoy it. Anyway, next one, this is the Kershaw Launch 3. the Launch 5. Maybe this is the Bradley design. No, this is an Emerson. Okay. So this was helped designed by Emerson. Another one of their bigger ones. This is the Launch 1. This is the OG Launch. So this is the first one that started it all out. Next one. Another one of their small models. This is the Launch 11. But this one is snappy and it kicks like a mule if you're not careful. But Launch 11, I do really like this one. I guess it's more like a mid-size one. It's not super duper tiny. And then this is the Launch 13, which is, this one, interestingly, is how I came across Metal Complex's channel. I was looking at some different reviews of this knife online, and I was like, oh, I kind of like it, but I'm kind of torn on maybe the design, but I found his channel through this video, fun fact, or through this knife, I should say. And this one I really do like. I think it's a solid one. Launch 13. This one is the Launch 12 CA. So a couple of their knives, I think actually just this one, they made smaller versions because in California you can own automatics or switchblades if their blade is under 2 inches, I believe is the knife law there. So they made a 12, and this is the 12 CA. It's just a scaled down version of it. I actually don't have the 12, but this is the 12 CA. So as you see, just a little tiny itty bitty guy, 1.9 inches on the blade there, I believe. Next one, another one of their kind of smaller guys. This is the Launch 9. Nice kind of just typical drop point blade there. Again, this one's also like a 1.9 inch ones. Most of their small ones have small blades as well, which is nice for if you live in a place where you can't carry a blade over a certain blade length. This is the Launch 2. Another really cool piece. I like this one as well. Very similar to the Launch 1 in a lot of ways, but also different enough that it's interesting. This is the Launch 8, which is just the bigger version of the 12 CA and the 12 that I just showed a second ago. Same thing, just a big one. Kind of typical stiletto style switchblade. Next we got the Launch 10, which is another one of their small guys, and this one has a hawkbill blade. I really, really want them to make a full-size knife. Whether it's this model just scaled up or just a different model, I think another hawkbill, but like a full-size one, like 7 inches or so, 7.5, 7.75, something like that, I think would be really cool. 3.5 inch cutting edge, that'd be nice, but the small one's cool too. I do like this one. And then the last one here that I have is the Launch 6. And this is another kind of medium to full size knife. Alright, so that'll be the real last knife. Sorry about that, forgot about these ones. But that'll be my knife collection. So if you guys enjoyed, you know, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to try and do weekly videos. Probably do a review of a knife that I have here already. Probably the Perseus. Sometime next week, but I will post this video, and then that'll be the next video is the review. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Bye.